The Defense Intelligence Agency is hitting pause on several cultural and historical observances following President Trump's ban on diversity programs in federal agencies. According to a memo obtained by the Associated Press, the DIA has suspended activities related to 11 annual events, including Black History Month, Pride Month, and Holocaust Days of Remembrance. The pause comes as federal agencies grapple with implementing Trump's executive order ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs across the government. The DIA says that it's working with the Defense Department on implementation, but for now, all special observance programs are on hold. The agency notes that while events around holidays like Martin Luther King Jr. Day are paused, the national holidays themselves remain unchanged.
Well, don't go anywhere.
Before the lamestream media gets out here and starts spewing all of their propaganda and saying, oh, Trump canceled MLK Day, Trump canceled Pride Month, Trump canceled. No, he didn't. In observance of President Trump's executive orders that he signed a week ago, where one of the executive orders was to remove DEI from the federal government. And in doing that, he has banned certain federal agencies from special observances. Special observances like MLK Day, the Holocaust, Juneteenth, Pride Month, LGBTQIA Week, Women's Month. Those days in certain federal agencies will no longer be allowed to be observed while at work, meaning the building won't be painted a certain color and people won't be wearing special clothes to represent. Now, for the general public, many who do observe those days, who do embrace MLK Day and do special things or Pride Month or whatever, you know, and there's a lot of people who just use those federal holidays for days off. Those days are still be there. They're not being canceled. As a matter of fact, even the federal employees that work in those specific agencies, they're allowed to be able to recognize it, just not while on official duty. And I agree with that. And here's why. In certain branches of the government, they're supposed to be what's called apolitical. And apolitical means that there's no partisanship to the right or to the left, right? So it's just supposed to be focused on doing right by the American people. And what's happened, though, especially over the last 4 years, and it's been brewing for years, there's always been some partisanship, but you and I can agree that the country has, I don't think, even during when civil rights was going on, I don't think the country has ever been as divided as they are now. And it's not divided with ethnicities. It's not white, black, or black, brown, or brown, white. No, it is all about political stances, partisanships. You've got Democrats and Republicans, conservatives and liberals separated. You got the libertarians doing their thing. You got the independents, and the independents are people who really are, a lot of them, not all, because I know some true diehard independents, but many of them are really Democrats, except for when Democrats lose. When Democrats lose, they claim being independent. And Republicans do it too. The independence is just an out for any side that loses and didn't like the way things went. Now, libertarians, there's some diehard libertarians out there. Green Party, there's some diehard Green Party people out there. But ABC News, I went to ABC News. I wanted to choose the publication that likes Trump the least, so nobody thinks there's any bias going on. So if you like the content of this video and you're enjoying it so far, do me a solid. Hit that like button. I'll never ask you for a cash app. I'll never ask you for a super chat. But you hitting that like button is currency. It helps spread the video out. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And once you do, hit that notification bell and select all. That way, you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Right here, ABC News, Pentagon Intelligence Agency pauses events, activities related to MLK Day, Black History Month. Now, do you see how ABC News is already putting propaganda on it? It's the Holocaust. It's Pride Month. It's Pride Week. But they know this would emotionally charge up a group of people, a segment of the population that are not going to read, that are not going to research, that are not going to make sure and find out what's really going on with this, which is why I'm sharing this with you. People like you that are here watching this, you're intelligent, you're truth seekers. You do your due diligence, you do your research. But I'm here to tell you there's a large portion of society that doesn't. They go to TikTok to watch a 1-minute video for their information, or Instagram. And some come to YouTube, but on YouTube, you know, you got people that put out like my videos. They're a nice size. You're not going to look at my video if you're somebody that's looking for a 1-minute quick fix, because I don't do that. You know, when you want to explain something, you have to be thorough. So let's check out what ABC News had to say. The pause comes after Trump targeted DEI initiatives and executive orders. In response to President Trump's executive order banning diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, the Pentagon's intelligence agency has paused special event programs and related events, including for Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Black History Month, Holocaust Days of Remembrance, and Pride Month, according to a memo obtained by ABC News. In total, there's 11 different special observances that are included in that, and it's not across the board, and it has nothing to do with the American public. It is to gain control back over the government and get the right people in there working for the right reasons, not some agenda specialized by some group. And I don't care if that's BLM or if that's Antifa, if that's the trans community, it does not matter. None of that should be there when it comes to dealing for the, doing work for the citizens. Despite being on the list of Defense Intelligence Agency's paused events and activities, the memo clarified that Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth will remain federal holidays. The Defense Intelligence Agency is working with the Department of Defense to fully implement all executive orders and administration guidance in a timely manner, Lieutenant Commander Seth Clark, DIA spokesman, told ABC News in a statement when asked about the memo. As we receive additional guidance, we will continue to update our internal guidance. The affected events per the memo, which is dated January 28, 2025, include Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, Black History Month, Women's History Month, Holocaust Day, and Days of Remembrance, Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Pride, Juneteenth, Women's Equality Day, National Hispanic Heritage Month, National Disability Employment Awareness Month. I didn't even know that existed. And National American Indian Heritage Month. The pause comes as Black History Month is set to begin on February the 1st. Trump has targeted DEI initiatives in a series of executive orders in his first week in office, with the White House saying that DEI creates and then amplifies prejudicial hostility and exacerbates interpersonal conflict. The memo has also noted that the DIA would pause agency resource groups, affinity groups, and employee networking groups effective immediately until further notice. So understand something. All of these things are paused because there are a lot of little groups working to subvert what Trump is doing. It happened during his first term, and they know that they're back again. And that's why they're cleaning out the swamp, y'all. So please don't allow any of these media heads or anybody to freak you out, especially if you're African American. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is not going anywhere. If you're a member of the LGBTQIA community, your day is not going in. Those days, you still have your federal holidays and you can still observe your special days. It just means that within certain agencies of the federal government, not even all, it will be removed. But when you're off work, you can go celebrate all you want. You're on vacation, you can celebrate all you want. But when you're on duty, the only thing you should be celebrating is America. That's it. Every day is the same day. Now, as soon as you clock out, go ahead and do your thing. But I just wanted to jump in and share that with you before the panic starts. And you saw how even ABC wrote that. That's why I wanted to use an ABC article, because look at the spin they're already putting on it. See how they led with Black History and Martin Luther King Day? If you haven't noticed already, if anybody's creating this divide, it's the media. See, if you're a white person watching this, they want you to hate me and they want me to hate you. I watch people get so upset just because of who my ideology is more in line with. I'm more in line with conservatives and with President Trump. And because I don't line up with a certain group because of my skin tone, people go off. It's almost like, am I supposed to think that way just because I'm a black man? I do my history. I do my due diligence. I've learned the history of the Democrat Party and ran away from that plantation as quick as I could, as many others are doing right now because of BS like what they're doing right there. For President Trump to get control of what's going on, because these DEI initiatives were creating issues. All it is racism by another name. Instead of black people being the target of racism like we have historically, now the target was white people, specifically white men, even more specifically white Christian men. The Democrat Party can't stand that group. Oh, Lord, but they love you even more than a black man who's free thinking, who does not align with their agenda. Woo! Have smoke all day. But hey, listen, I don't want to get too deep in it. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't. Other than that, I'm Brian Maxwell saying I look forward to seeing you at the top. Over and out.